Good morning, welcome back to the channel. I'm in the village of Hope in the Peak District to do the Edale Skyline. Walk just over 19 miles. It's 8:15 and the sun sets at 10 to 6. So can I get round before it gets dark? Anyway, I shall show you the route, so grab yourself a drink and I'll bring you back when I'm on the trail. Setting out from the village of Hope, it's just over 2 miles to Win Hill before moving round to the edge of the Kinder Plateau, which you follow for about 6 miles to Kinder Low, the high point of the route, then down to Brown Knoll and Lord Seat, then on to the Great Ridge with Mam Tor, Back Tor and finally Lose Hill before descending back into Hope to cap off a brilliant 20-mile circuit of the Edale Skyline. I don't mind telling you, it's a bit cold today. As you can see, I've layered up. It's flipping freezing in that car park. I'm going to warm up very quickly because we're now ascending up to the first hill of the day, Win Hill, 463 metres. But what a glorious day it is. It might be busy on top. When I was driving past Mam Tor car park and down into Castleton, the place was rammed with cars at 7:30 in the morning. But you get to Hope, there's a good car park, not too busy, and so far it's very quiet on the trail. I can imagine that Mam Tor though is going to be absolutely rammed. So right in front of us there, we have Mam Tor, and if you go to the left, you might just be able to see a trail of white vans in the distance, and behind that, the dark bit, is Winnett's Pass. But if you move on to the right, past Mam Tor, you got the Great Ridge, and then the pointy one in front of us is Lose Hill, that we'll be tackling towards the end of the day. And just behind that, at the other side of the Edale Valley, is the start of the Kinder Plateau, which we'll be walking on and around before we get to Mam Tor. And what a glorious day for it. And there we have Win Hill at 463 metres. About 10 minutes and we'll be at the top. And here we are, Win Hill, first objective of the day. And here we have it looking down towards Edale Reservoir. Magnificent. Back over there is Mam Tor that we'll be heading to later. Right, it's a bit cold, I'm leaving. Quick before you blow over. It's from here about 3 miles in that you can see virtually the whole of the walk that we've got to do from Lose Hill there, right in front of you, which is the last hill, all the way around to Mam Tor, around to the top, to the Kinder Low and across the edge and all the way around. Edale, Glossop and Sheffield, 1737. Well, that's the first time in about 4.5 miles or so that I'm out of the wind, and I'm on the pull up to the edge of the Kinder Plateau, which is ahead of me, and probably only about 50 metres of ascent to go. So when I get up this little bit, I'm going to sit down in a shelter spot and eat some sweets, because it's 17 hours since I last ate. And I don't want to be as knackered as I was on the Newlands round that I did. That was in last week's video, which, if you haven't seen, I'll put a link in at the end, so have a look at that. Time for some sweets and a drink. What have I got today? Drumstick squashes, fantastic. Need a drink first. Oh, that's good. Rhubarb and custard flavour. Na 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 na. Let me spin you around and show you the view, because it's completely different now. So I don't know if you can just make out there. The mountain just in front of us is Lose Hill, which will be the last one of the day. Moving across the valley, well, into the valley is the village of Hope, and then left up on the top is Win Hill, which was the first mountain of the day. And you might just be able to make out the bottom of Edale Reservoir and the path just to the right of that forest that we came along before coming up and along here. And you can't see it, but to the right is the edge of the Kinder Plateau that we'll be hitting in a minute before moving all the way around and back to Mam Tor. And it's a bit windy today. It's about 6 degrees, but with a wind of about 20 miles an hour, it's making it feel a lot colder. So it's not really a day for hanging around, it's kind of a day to keep moving wherever possible. So looking out in front of us there, we've got the head of the Edale Valley. Then moving round, we have Mam Tor, then on the Great Ridge, all the way up to Lose Hill, and then down the other side and back into Hope. And it's about 10:30 now, and I've done just over 6 miles. So about a third of the way done. gritstone. Looking down, that village down there is Edale, start of the Pennine Way, 268 miles all the way to Kirkietom in Scotland, and just above it is Mam Tor. So as you've probably already been able to make out, the southern edge of the Kinder Plateau above Edale has a number of interesting gritstone formations. Formed 320 million years ago in the Carboniferous period, you know, before we had McDonald's or tellies, it was when the UK was located along the equator, so a little bit warmer than when I did this walk. And of course, some of these formations have names, such as Ringing Roger, so named after the noise it makes. Then there's Crowden Tower, the Woolpacks, Pim Chair, and the No Stool. There's also one just off the path called Mad Woman's Stones, presumably named by a man after the woman he was after wouldn't let him get his leg over. Well worth exploring if you've got the time. About to get muddy. Oh yes. Uh-oh. Ugh. Oh. Shit. Nearly lost a shoe then. Spin round. Find a way onto the top. Oh, shit. Those pointy rocks that you might be able to see right in front of us is right by Kinder Low, today's high point of the route. Kinder Low. And Manchester in the distance. You might just be able to make out there Jacob's Ladder, the steep ascent that comes quite quickly after setting off from Edale on the Pennine Way. So this is Brown and Knoll, 569 metres after 12.5 miles. And after this it's just the Great Ridge to go. Tick. Right. And I've still not had my sandwich, of which I brought two. One for breakfast and one for lunch. And I've had neither. All I've eaten so far is 3/4 of a packet of squashes. The idiocy continues. I think we've got about 2.5 to 3 miles of this kind of path till we get to Mam Tor. It's actually quite nice being off the beaten path for a bit. There's been a lot of people back there, but on this particular section there's hardly anybody. But I guess there will be millions of people at the top of Mam Tor when we get there. So good. Bored of this now. Just endless slabs. Come on. Look, spin you around to show you what it's like. This is tedious. No wonder Tolland man threw himself into a bog. I'm tempted myself, but quite fancy a beer and a bath when I get home. Or a beer in the bath even. I spy, might I lie, something beginning with P. Peat bog, yes. I spy, we might lie, something beginning with S. Stone slabs, yes. More stone slabs. Yay. I think that's a write-off, don't you? See everything we've done today, from Win Hill all the way around up onto the Kinder Plateau, all the way across, down and back round, and all we've got now is to go up Mam Tor, just past where that road is, onto the Great Ridge, and then it's about 2 miles to Lose Hill, and then down into Hope and finished. And there we have Mam Tor, the start of the Great Ridge. My God, it's busy. Mind you, I suppose it is a Saturday, isn't it? I'm not sure I'll film up there given the number of people. I might just walk straight past. could say the Great Ridge is popular on a weekend. Stating the bleeding obvious. And that would be Castleton down there. So Hope is at the other end of this ridge. Last steep ascent of the day to get to the top of Mam Tor. Should only take about 10 minutes. It's busy, so I'll just push on when I get there. It's a bit bloody windy up here. Enough of this wind. But what a day! And that was Lose Hill, 362 metres. The last one of the day, and it's downhill all the way back to the van. And I've still not eaten my bloody sandwiches, neither of them. So I've done about 19 miles and had one packet of squashes. Bloody a lunatic, honestly. Will I ever learn? Probably not. And with about a mile left back to the van, dropping down off Lose Hill, finally, at last out of the wind. My word. Hope you've enjoyed this video though. And if you have, give it a thumbs up. And let me know in the comments if you've done the Edale Skyline. What did you think of it? It's quite an incredible route really. Maybe one for when it's less windy perhaps. Also, if you don't already, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. And it means I can do more of these. And you'll get notified when I do. So yeah, with about a mile back to the van, I'm going to finish the video here. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Ta-da!